What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum. Those are the three we're going to go over today, and I just want to go over them because I believe there's some powerful things that are taking place in all three of these right now, and Ethereum's really leading the market. It's looking quite good just in terms of really staying up above that 50-day moving average. There's a lot that I want to get into with you guys here for Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. What we're going to do here is start with Litecoin. So what I want to point out with Litecoin here, this main white trend line, just like we were talking about with Bitcoin the other night, how we had our trend line in green and we wanted to respect it. Same deal with Litecoin here. This has been our uptrend line. And what you see is that we've had at least 4 to 5 touches off it now. We've tested this quite a few times. And what we want to do is continue to see this white trend line hold. That's going to be extremely important for us as we continue to climb up this. Because as you can see, we found support with a bullish engulfing candle right off this white trend line, as well as this 200-day moving average. So that was a confluence for support right there. So now what we need to do, we actually need to break up through that $63.69. We talked about this about a week or so ago when we were falling here. We wanted to find support off that. We did not find support off that. We actually dropped below it. So now that is acting as overhead resistance. So that's something that we're going to have to break up through and then eventually try to turn that into support. As you can see, it was a previous resistance area. We broke up through it. We should have found support off it. We dropped below it, and now we have to break back up through it. And that's the same deal as well when we look at these moving averages. This 20 EMA, this 40 in orange, and then this 50 moving average in pink. And I really want you to focus on that 50 moving average in pink. We broke down through that on a long day candle, a very strong candle on heavier volume. So that was a sign just to be a little bit more careful, but I'm glad the 200-day moving average did hold. So now on top of getting up above that 63.69, we need to break back up above that 50-day moving average at 67.10. So my target for today, if we are to continue this upside, is going to be that $67.10, and that would be testing that 50-day moving average as well as breaking up through $63.69 and turning that into support. The only thing I'm a little concerned with here, as we've found support off this trend line in this 200-day moving average, we still need more volume in my opinion, because what we don't want is this was our big fall here on heavy volume, and then we have a reaction on lighter volume, and then we just get dropped down and pushed down hard again. Because remember, in downtrends, you're going to have that heavier volume when you have your impulse move down, then your reaction, the volume's going to dry up. It's opposite of in a bull market or an uptrend here, when you're going up and you have that big swell of volume, and then when you retrace, your volume's going to dry up. So it's the opposite there when you're in a downtrend, and we need to stop that. We need bigger, heavier volume to really get up through these levels. Okay, so in terms of support now though, if we are to start breaking to the downside, I'm going to look for a candle close below this white trend line. If we start having a daily candle close below that, and it comes on heavier volume and it's 3 to 5% below that trend line or that 200-day moving average, then that would be a cause for concern. But we're really in that fight now between the bulls and the bears, and we need these bulls to continue to make this push up through $63.69, and we must get up above that 50-day moving average, which we've been trading below now for almost a week. And that's where, guys, trends will get comfortable. When you're in an uptrend, the trend typically wants to continue. When you're in a downtrend, it'll want to continue. So we need to break this short-term downtrend as soon as possible so that we can continue this uptrend here. That's the main thing I'm paying attention to, is really holding this uptrend line and that 200-day moving average. And when we take a look at a couple indicators here, first we'll look at our stock. For Litecoin, we had our bullish cross down here, but we really need that volume to get moving to the upside there. We're at 26 and 23 right now, so we have plenty of room to run to the upside if the bulls are going to continue to make this move to the upside. Next, we want to take a look at our MACD here. You can see the histogram starting to tick to the positive, but we have not had that bullish cross on the MACD yet. So that's something we're looking for as well. Then I wanted to point out our relative strength for us. Relative strengths at 45, just floating a little more neutral here. You can see we started to gain a little bit of strength here, making some higher lows there, but we're just at that area at 45. Anything could really happen. Say we have a downside break, we have plenty of room to drop to the downside on the RSI. As we know, we can get down into the 10s, 8s on the daily RSI, and all this is off the daily chart, guys. Just put that out there for you. But this is definitely something that you want to watch, and we have plenty of room to run to the upside. As we know, we can get up into the 80s as well for the RSI. So right now, this is just an area. It's a little bit stickier of an area, and what I'm going to do is throw an alarm at $58, 31 cents there. So I want to be alerted if we start breaking down through that. And then to the upside, I'm going to put it at our 50-day moving average. And we're going to add an alert right here at 67.07. Guys, and that's going to be for Litecoin right now. So those are the main things I want you to watch for Litecoin. You guys like me covering Litecoin, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we're going to move on to Bitcoin Cash here next. And with Bitcoin Cash, I wanted to point this out to you here. We were looking at the Fibonacci levels. And what you can see from this move, from our swing low all the way up to the swing high, we retrace back to that 0.618, and that's also correlated with this trend line. So that was a nice area of support that we found there. We also had the 200-day moving average below that, which we did not go down and test. So it's nice that we've stayed up above this. There were some other coins where we were trading below, even Bitcoin trading below that 200-day moving average for a little bit, and it's nice to see that Bitcoin Cash did not drop that. Right now we are testing that 20 EMA and also trying to have a daily candle close today up above that 0.5 Fibonacci, and that's at $335 right in this range right there. So we want that to become support, have a candle close there, have that become support. Then we'd have to tackle the next area, and that's going to be that 0.382, and that's going to be at $3,078, and that's also going to correlate with the 50 moving average, which we desperately need to get back up above, guys. And that's just with Bitcoin Cash and with Litecoin and some of these other ones. We need to get back up above these moving averages and really get that trend moving up again, because we've been in that short-term downtrend, as you can see here. And also we need some more increased volume. Pay attention to volume today, but I do like the fact we had one touch here, we had two, we had three, we had four. So this is definitely a valid trend line. I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to it. And if we throw on our trend line angle and we go from our low here, what you'll notice is our trend line angle is about at 24, 25 degrees. So that's a very healthy trend line, and I want to pay a lot of attention to it. If you have a break through it, then I'd be looking down to that 200-day moving average, and that's going to be at $282. So downside targets, we want to hold around, we'd say $296 in this trend line. So right here that we've previously had, we don't want to start dropping below that. And then to the upside, we want to close up above $335 and also up above this 20 EMA today. That'd be nice. And then we'll go up there and try to tackle that 50 moving average at the 0.382 at $374. Now what I want to do is get into a few indicators with you. And first we'll go into our stock RSI. And with the stock, we got our bullish cross down here. It came on a nice bullish engulfing candle, so that was good. The only thing that was lacking was volume. I would have liked to see a little bit more volume really step into that move that we had there. Volume, I think a lot of people really underestimate it. That's going to show you, especially when you're in an uptrend, you need those big swells of volume to help carry you up. In a downtrend, naturally the market can fall upon itself, but you need those buyers to boost the market up. So that's what I'm looking for there for Bitcoin Cash. But it's nice that we got that stock cross there. Then I wanted to look at the MACD for us. MACD, we're about ready to get a MACD cross, so that's good. You can see the histogram ticking to the upside, and maybe that's going to be enough to really start moving us back up here so we can start challenging these higher levels. Whenever you have overhead resistance, you want to break through it, turn it into support. Break through it, turn it into support. That's the biggest thing that I can tell you guys. You always want to break through resistances and have them be strong support, supported with volume as well. And then our relative strength index, we're looking at 47 right now. We're having some higher lows starting to point up a little bit. So Bitcoin Cash is not looking terrible right now. We're just really going to have to keep our eye on Bitcoin. It's a little bit behind some of these other coins. And, you know, Bitcoin's going to be the driver for us. If Bitcoin starts dumping hard, then we're going to be dropping down, and vice versa. If we start pumping hard, a lot of these coins will really go crazy. So really keep your eye on that, guys. You like me covering Bitcoin Cash, smash that like button and let me know down low. And then we'll move into, let's see here, Ethereum. I want to talk with you all about ETH for a while here, because ETH's been pretty strong. So ETH has not dropped below this 50-day moving average. We had our golden cross here. We had a beautiful run to the upside. We're still up above our 40 moving average here, and we're also up above this 20 now for Ethereum. So Ethereum's been one of the stronger movers that we've had. And guys, what I want to do here was take our Fibonacci and go from our swing low all the way up to our swing high here, and what you can see is we retraced about to that 0.5, and now we're up above the 0.382, and we're aiming for that 0.2 236, and that's going to be at $249. It's going to be the next target area. So upside, we're looking at $249 to break through that, turn into support, and then we look up here to around that $290 where we had a bit of a double top up there. And what you can also tell, guys, one thing I'll point out to you, a lot of times when you have candles that are up at the top here, and they're, say, doji candles or spinning top candles or long leg doji, and you have a lot of indecision and it comes on huge volume, a lot of times that's the shares going back and forth and trading hands, and a lot of times you'll have that retracement afterwards. Just like at the bottom, if you have a big climax of volume, a lot of the times you have that climax of selling while also smart investors are buying, and then you have that move to the upside. So volume, just like right here, do you see how we dropped hard on heavy volume and then we started our little short-term uptrend after that? But obviously our trend was still overall down. You want to align yourself with the trends, but these are the tips and tricks that you can really use, and they'll help you a lot of times. But with Ethereum, it is actually leading the market right now. It's up above all its moving averages. It's looking pretty decent here. And if we go into Trading View and we take a look at this, so on our 1 day, it is showing 5 sell, 8 neutral, 15 buy. Our oscillators were at 2 sell, 7 neutral, 2 buy. And then our moving averages were at 3 sell, 1 neutral, and 3 buy. And that's because we're up above all the moving averages that I was just showing you. Next, what I want to do is get into a few indicators for Ethereum. And with ETH, we'll start with our stock RSI. You can see we're in nice oversold territory down there. We're pretty close to it. We're at 26 and 19, so oversold territory, so that's good. We have nice room to run to the upside for Ethereum here to really try to get back up there and challenge some of these higher levels if we can get that volume to step in. The next one I wanted to take a look at here is our relative strength. Relative strength's at 52. You can see how we're starting to point to the upside there, starting to gain a little bit of strength. And then I wanted to check out our MACD. And with our MACD, we potentially have that bullish cross to the upside. We are not there yet, like we just showed at Bitcoin Cash. I was a little ahead on the MACD, but that's definitely something. The histogram starting to tick to the positive, and that's what we want to see. These are the type of things, guys, that you want to put in your back pocket and really learn from this. So for Bitcoin Cash, we're looking to see if we can get up to, or I'm sorry, for Ethereum, we're looking to see if we can get up to around $249 and start having candle closes below that. And to the downside, we want to hold up above that 0.382, and that's going to be at $224. So that's what I'm looking for, guys. Just really look at that volume and pay attention to Bitcoin as well. Let's see what Bitcoin does, but Ethereum is leading most of the other coins right now. Just wanted to point that out to you, and we'll see if we really start making those stronger moves to the upside, guys. So God bless you all. Take care. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You get some from this. Appreciate you all being here with me today. Take care.